Testing 1 2. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Krakpot podcast. I'm your host, Woz Count. Today, joined with me is the beautiful and skeletony bony boy, Phantom. Oh my god. And friend of the show, Moocake.
Will you stop calling me friend of the show? It wasn't funny the first time you did it. Like it's okay. It was maybe funny like once because like, oh, okay, he's not
Hold on, wait. You're not a friend of our show.
Well, you don't
I'm
like
a friend
our
of my show.
I'm a friend of the show.
I co-created the podcast, and what you're saying implies that I am not a main host of the podcast, which is bullshit.
What?
It wasn't funny. It's not funny. It hasn't been funny. Like, at all.
I don't think it ever meant that. I thought it was just like, a friend of the show. Like, I would befriend the show.
Woz Count knows exactly what he's doing. And,
I'm friends with both of you,
I
so I'm
just
friends
like
of
to
the
point
show.
out, I just want to point out that, whatever Woz Count is implying was never funny. That's all.
Are you being sexist?
I believe in prejudice equality. Everyone gets the same shit. So no. Right, what are we talking about this episode?
Right.
What are we talking about? What's
Bro, one of my main things that I really want to talk about is the frickin' Texas, bro. Those Texans are gonna die.
Yeah, well,
with the frickin' masks.
Texas is reopening, isn't it? Completely. All lockdown, COVID restrictions are being...
Well, it was open before, but now they're saying you don't need masks anymore, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what the big thing is?
And what about... Well, I assume Texas was social distancing, but now that's going to stop as well.
No.
They weren't.
I'll
assure you, I've gone to San Antonio, which is like one of the biggest cities in Texas.
Yeah.
Like, 1 out of every 5 or 10 people were not wearing masks.
Fucking hell.
And people will go, like, I've been to a restaurant that I didn't want to go to, but my friends wanted to, so I didn't want to be that one guy that was packed. We had to sit with other people to wait for a table.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's scary. Good thing I've never gotten COVID.
If it's already that bad... I mean, obviously the decision they've made to open everything back up again is fucking stupid. But if it's already that bad, then surely this whole, we're going to open everything up again, surely that makes virtually no difference, if it's already that bad.
Well, now it's going to be worse, because then people are like, oh, okay, I can take off my mask now.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Well, I don't know what the big deal is about masks. It's not that big of a deal. I wear one at work every day.
I think it's kind of aesthetic.
The thing with masks as well is it only works if everyone's wearing them. If one person in the general vicinity isn't wearing a mask, then, it's not safe. It doesn't work at all. That's the problem. Everyone needs to wear a mask, or the benefits of it can't be reaped.
Because I hope, like, if anyone that I know is watching this that lives in Texas, like one of my friends or something, like, I would probably think you're going to wear masks still, even though you don't have to, like, just to stay safe. Because I've had friends and family even that have just had bad experiences with COVID, and they don't even have their vaccine yet, so it's even worse.
Well, exactly. I would say wear a mask until everyone's fucking vaccinated and there's no longer any risk at all.
Yeah, like, why not deploy the vaccine and then, like, everyone wear a mask until, like, November, if you can get the vaccine deployed in, like, July or some shit. Like, certainly that would be a pretty big impact. And they're, like you said, they're already practically open. All they were doing before was wearing masks. I don't see the point in why just stopping now. Why not? I don't know. Just be safe.
The UK has said a similar thing recently. They've the Prime Minister of the UK, Boris Johnson, who I think is a fucking muppet, but basically he said that by June the UK is going to be completely open and back to normal. Now again, you've got a bit longer to prepare for that than next week or whatever it is with Texas. But like still by June to have everything open again is quite concerning. Now I'm sure by June a lot of people, most people will have had their first set of vaccines. Hopefully everyone that's really at risk, and hopefully the second doses will start to be rolling out as well. But still, I'd have thought at least have a buffer period, or something like that. Don't just immediately open up. But that's what concerns me with like Texas and with the UK's idea and with a lot of other ideas that are slowly springing up. There's no buffer period. There should be a period of yes, it's safe all of a sudden. It's getting safer, but we should still be a bit careful. We should still wear masks. We should still keep away from people unless absolutely necessary. There should be that buffer period, and there isn't.
Well, your by June claim, that reminds me of CD Projekt Red being like, CD Projekt Red is going to be ready by September. And it's like, no game, like any game developer or any game company just being like, our game is going to be ready by then. That's the biggest, fakest claim. Come on, Boris Johnson. Why do you got to copy that?
I highly doubt it'll be ready by June. But if they go for it in June, it's quite worrying. I think is basically what I'm trying to say. But I don't know. I mean, fuck it. They might be ahead of the curve. Who knows?
I'll also add something about the vaccines and no, Moo's gonna get mad. Maybe I shouldn't say it.
Oh, go on. It's fine. I mean, I'll only get mad if you're a complete moron.
Not to sound privileged, but promise not to get mad. Promise not to get mad.
Oh my god.
I didn't promise. I said I will only get mad.
Okay, try not to get mad.
What did you do? Did you piss on the homeless again?
I accidentally crashed my Tesla into the vaccine, Eric. I'm just kidding. No, freaking the company I work for, were able to get all like employees early vaccines. So over here, I don't know how accessible the vaccines are. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Actually, I got that package deal too.
Yeah.
I'm not pissed about that. I mean, if someone's going to offer you an early vaccine, why wouldn't you take it, to be fair? I'm probably not going to be vaccinated until about September, genuinely. Because I'm quite low on the, I'm not at risk. I'm not in a particularly, vulnerable job or position or anything like that. So I'm quite low on the requirement list. So it probably won't be till the end of summer that I get vaccinated. So if anything, I'm a bit envious.
The only reason I brought it up is because I live in a sort of like low economic stance for everyone.
Yeah.
And I feel like since all the, I like quote unquote, I'm not rich, by the way.
No, he's not rich, guys. He's just got a Tesla.
You're making me look bad. No, but like
he just throws money on the fire in winter to keep himself warm. That's all. He's not rich, guys.
But like the way I see it is like they're opening Texas up now that all the like officials and high like financial. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
No, I agree, Woz. I think the poor should burn as well. I completely agree.
No, I think it's fucked. I don't think they should have opened it because not a lot of people can get it.
They are disgusting, and they deserve to be cleansed.
You're being toxic.
That's why COVID came out in the first place, to cleanse the poor.
Didn't it come from fucking a bat or something?
Some dude fucked a bat, and then he got corona. So
wait, Phantom, did you get the reference?
Wait, holy shit! Yes, I did.
South Park.
I didn't get it, but I get it now. But I was implying the same thing because I was thinking of AIDS. You know how some dude fucked a monkey and got AIDS? That's what I was thinking of. So that's kind of on the same like.
Oh my god! What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's how AIDS was made. Some guy had sex with an ape, and then he got AIDS, and then he spreaded it. Is that a spreaded? Spreaded it.
Spread.
I'm just trying. Okay, he spread it. What am I saying? Spread.
Why are you having such difficulty saying the word spread? What?
He spread it everywhere.
30 minutes later.
Well done. Well done. Round of applause. V Phantom said a sentence.
And particularly in the gay community in the 80s. This guy was ahead of his time. But way too ahead of his time, to the point where he fucked a monkey. And I transferred this disease to other men and didn't tell them. It's kind of fucked up.
The thing as well is STDs, STIs, whatever you want to call them, weren't particularly known about at the time. So contraception was only used in the 1980s if you didn't want to get pregnant. Contraception nowadays is known as...
Oh, that makes so much
like
sense.
Nowadays, contraception as you use it to avoid getting pregnant, or you use it to avoid spreading stuff. In the 1980s, STIs were, barely known about, if known about at all. And so contraception was literally just for stopping babies. Gay people wouldn't use them to prevent things being spread to each other because those things weren't known about.
I would have been so pissed when I found out. I was like, you telling me I gotta wear a condom now? What the fuck?
Yeah, genital warts. Yeah, I don't know.
Genital warts? What about?
Yeah, well, why would you just bring genital warts into this? What the fuck?
What are you talking about?
Well, it's a type of... Have you got genital warts? Is that what you're saying, Woz Count? Have you been having unprotected sex and have you got genital warts now?
Oh, have you been having sex with somebody recently, Woz?
Yes, has Woz Count got genital warts?
Who'd you get it from?
A Krakpot podcast exclusive. Woz Count has genital warts.
It's been 9 days since I've had sex. By the way,
Hold on,
I don't have genital warts.
Who gave you genital warts, Woz?
No one. I don't
Woz
have
Count, I've got to
warts.
ask you honestly, which do you prefer having, a Tesla or genital warts?
Yo, Space Jam 2! Let's go! Space Jam 2 is coming out in theaters.
Where did that come from?
It's gonna be fucking epic.
Where'd you come from?
Dude.
Are you guys ready for that shit?
You brought that out of left field, but
so
I'm okay with it because I'm excited for Space Jam 2.
We can talk about Space Jam 2. I just want to...
Are you not excited about Space Jams? We should talk about it.
I just want to ask Woz Count, which is he more happy to have, genital warts or a Tesla? That's all I want to know.
Actually, I'm more happy to have... I'm cool with LeBron James, but like, they should have done a Kobe thing, to remember him.
Fuck! I didn't know if you were gonna say it. I was waiting. I was like, or I was thinking in my head, while just listening to you bringing Space Jam 2 up, I was like, oh no, he's gonna bring up Kobe.
Kobe's fire. I love basketball. I throw it home run.
Right.
Also, did you guys see Rhodey from Iron Man? Rhodey's in Space Jams.
Don Cheadle?
Yeah, Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
We actually going to talk
He's a
about
pretty good
Space
actor.
Jam. Fuck me.
He's one of my
Yeah.
favorite actors.
Boring.
I'm
as
excited.
fuck.
Did you ever see the first one?
No, I haven't seen it.
I did. I saw it when I was getting my teeth done at the dentist.
Did you have them whitened to suit your Tesla?
No, I actually made them brown. They were too white. I got genital warts just from fucking having my teeth like that.
I see. That's how he got them. He got up to some shit in the dentist. I see. Very, very good, Woz Count.
Well, one good thing about Texas opening up is that now I can see the movie in theaters.
That's right. You'll be able to see Space Jam 2 in theaters.
Me and my friends are actually planning to do that thing where you rent out the theater with just your friends and like watch a movie or some shit. But
Are you talking
we decided not
about
to.
buying all the seats in the theater?
Yeah, like I wanted to like my Tesla, just like has nothing to do with the seat. Just brings in Tesla for no reason.
Fuck's sake.
I'm shocked. I'm just shocked.
Lola is so hot. Dude, I'm so pissed. Did you see how they did Lola Bunny's fucking titties?
Oh my
Fuck.
god. Just
They're so
move
small.
on.
She's like
What?
a boy now.
Can you put
She's
this
a
in the
boy.
podcast text chat, please? Because there's a theory created by Flash Gits that Lola Bunny is actually what created the first furries.
Look at this.
They've ruined her.
Dude.
Oh my god.
I'm
She's at least
sad.
got the hips though. Like, look at the two photos in the chat, Moo.
I've seen them. Yeah, I don't particularly care. It's an anamorphic rabbit.
I can't believe they made the left one for kids. Holy shit.
I just hate this generation, bro. I want to go back.
Our generation?
Bollocks. That's bollocks. There's no such...
The generation we're in right
Nah, it's
now.
bullshit. There's no such thing as the good old days. That's a load of shite.
Dude, she was freaking hot.
I disagree, because the PlayStation 2 was awesome.
No. There's no such thing as the good old days. There just isn't. Everything technologically... so generally, there is improvement. And sometimes there's some drawbacks as well. But in general, as time goes forward, life gets better.
I
think
can
so.
agree with that.
Life gets better for you,
Why would it just get better for me?
but life in okay, so
Well, no, I think life in general.
know.
People like okay.
Life in
Here's a
general,
really good
I
example,
guess.
right? The 1920s are very much idealized nowadays because nice houses, very nice dress, fancy cars, swing jazz parties, things like that. But people through rose-tinted glasses will ignore the fact that disease was rampant, poverty was rampant, racism was like
I was
common.
going to say, like,
You know,
the Spanish flu.
Exactly, all that kind
Right?
of shit. So, in general, life gets better as time goes forward. The good old days don't exist. Anyone that's like, nostalgic about the 1950s is just being way too biased and forgetting about all the horrible, awful shit that happened as well. Horrible, awful things that don't happen today or don't as much happen today,
well, I would say like 2018 was better than 2020 and 2021.
Well, I would argue
I had an awesome time in 2018.
I would argue to the contrary, because I think 2020 and 2021 they've been pretty shitty, but going forward they will be better for us because we have scientifically and medicinally moved forward to great extremes.
That's what they said about 2021, and look where we are
No,
now.
but think about it. Look, in just over a year, actually, I beg your pardon, but in just over a year, we have managed to create several vaccines and start administering those vaccines to the general public for a virus that only started back in November 2019. In yesteryears, it would have taken, maybe 5 to 10 years to properly create a vaccine as effective as this and for general public consumption, and yet we've done it in basically less than a year. That's incredibly impressive. So I think 2020 and 2021, they're pretty shit years, but in terms of scientific and medicinal improvement, they're great.
I disagree. There's more Jews than ever now.
Oh my god.
So,
just fuck off. Why am I ever even serious on this podcast? Every time let's just move on. Come on, who cares? Let's talk about something meme and funny. Come on, who wants
who
to bring
cares about the Jews? Let's move on.
Fuck off. Fuck right off. Just bring up porn or something funny. Come on. I don't know why I bother being serious. Just bring up
By the way, people, I love the Jews. They're fantastic.
Just bring up porn or bring up something funny. I don't give a shit anymore. Fuck yourselves.
Yo, porn. Let's talk about the main porn that's been going around.
This is where you got genital warts.
Some guy and two guys, one guy and a robot going around. This is why I got genital warts.
That was a very shit introduction. It's a really shit description.
So
Woz.
there's this little thingy coming around. It's pretty hot. Why don't you talk about it, Moo? You loved it.
I fucking hated it. But someone that wishes to remain anonymous has drawn on the Phantom's Discord server a picture of Woz Count being fucked.
No. He's fucking somebody. I'm pretty sure he's not getting fucked. There's different content.
Believe it or not, I didn't look at the picture for very long, so I'm probably not very...
Technically, he is masturbating.
I wasn't particularly...
Woz is a robot.
Masturbating. I'm not real. I'm a robot.
I haven't looked at the picture in great detail, so I'm probably not, up to date with what it's about, and I don't want to be. It was fucking disgusting.
It's amazing.
I think it's hot. It's fucking hilarious.
It was
I
well
love it.
drawn. I'll give it that much. But I don't think it's particularly funny. I don't think it's particularly necessary. It's just Woz Count with a massive Robocock ramming some innocent person.
He's not innocent. You can tell in the photo.
Well, fine, he wants to. But the point is,
He's
fine.
enjoying himself.
If a robot and a man wish to partake in sexual misgivings, that's perfectly fine. But I don't particularly want to see pictures of
What
this.
are you talking about? It was a robot and a guy.
Yeah, I don't particularly want to see
Wait,
them having
how
sex.
did-
It's just I don't find that particularly funny or engaging or
How
entertaining.
did a person give a robot genital awards? How does that work?
When a man and a woman procreate, there's this little tingy with the egg and the cum,
Mm-hmm.
and then this is how babies are born.
How does that explain the genital awards?
You get genital awards in 9 months.
Oh shit!
Well, I would argue children in general are a wart. But there we are.
Whoa.
I don't like children.
I kind of agree with that though.
I don't like children. I just don't like children.
Whoa.
I think they're a pain in the ass.
I fucking hate
I think
kids.
I-
Except for you listening, I love you.
I don't really like children.
Moo.
If you're under
When
17,
you grow
don't
up-
talk to me. I've made this point very
When-
clear on my YouTube channel before. If you're under 17, fuck off.
When you grow up, Moo, are you gonna want a kid?
I don't know. I'm genuinely quite impartial about
It's
it.
like 50-50.
Well, it's like I don't particularly care. I'm not particularly fussed. If it happens, fine. If it doesn't, I get more sleep and more free time. If I met someone and they particularly wanted children, then yeah, sure, I'd have them. Why not?
We should make a baby.
No, Woz Count.
You've seen what he can do now.
You've seen my power.
And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Keep away from me with your massive 12-inch Robocock, please, Woz Count.
Word around the offices, you got a nice cock.
Are you really Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter? Sure am. Now suck my fucking cock.
It's right here.
Do you know where that meme is?
Not the Crocodile Dundee one. I thought you were offering me your penis, but that's fine.
Oh, I could have you if you wanted it.
Not on the pod. Not on the pod.
Okay, we'll do it later.
Yeah, we'll do it later.
I mean, we were talking about this before the podcast started, but basically my argument is that I think the picture of Woz being fucked or fucking someone or whatever, I think it's just really unfunny. And you guys were cracked up about it, but like I just think it's the unfunniest fucking thing. It's like
It's
what's
fine.
funny about
I can explain
It's
comedy.
hilarious.
Listen.
You don't have to explain comedy
Here's
to
the
me.
concept. Here's the concept behind this photo. So, for
Art.
months and months let's go with 5 months ago, at the very least, there was a joke made between said friends that one day a fan fiction of Woz and our other friend having sex would be made, because we were joking about Rule 34. We were like,
Yeah,
one day you'll
right.
get Rule 34.
No, I
And
get
so the fact that this is
I
even
get
made
that. I get
is
that,
funny.
but I wasn't in on that joke though, because the first thing I heard about this was someone said, "Bro, look at this, it's really funny." Okay, I wonder what it is, and I opened the picture and it's just Woz railing someone. It's not particularly funny.
What are you talking about?
If you
It's
didn't
not-
know about it beforehand, I could see how that would be shocking.
It's just like it's just look at this, it's really funny. Oh, it's probably be another shitty meme. No, it's Woz with a massive fucking Robocock stuffing someone. It's like not funny.
I don't know,
are you
just what
talking
you
about?
said was pretty funny.
Me describing it to the Phantom is funnier than the actual picture.
I don't know, man. At BB's Mimi.
Did you do it?
You've changed it to the porn picture, haven't you? You've cropped it and put it as your profile picture, haven't you?
Are you just using your like head? Which one?
You-
Which one? Yeah, dude. Let's go. Yeah. Which one?
Oh, Moo, this is who you co-host with. Two degenerates. Are you happy?
Degenerate, dude. Not funny.
I don't find like poop jokes and shit like that particularly funny. Maybe I've just got a better sense of humor than you. But like even just saying the word poop makes you laugh, and it's not funny. It's just not. Neither is like really weird pictures.
He said poop, Venom.
Dude! Oh my god, Moo! Stop!
Hold on.
Wait, was.
Wait, what?
Beep beep.
Just
No way, dude. Dude, hold on, Venom.
Okay,
Venom.
okay.
Listen.
not funny.
Dude, I'm actually laughing.
It's not funny. How is it funny?
Dude, Moo, just think about it.
I am.
Gotta lower your IQ down to here.
I don't want to. That's a scary place to drop to.
I don't think you're getting the joke.
Well, the joke is poop funny, and it's not.
Dude, I'm gonna pass out.
The three of us are very different, and that's why I agreed to do this podcast. You need different people because, then you can have proper discussions and arguments, and that's entertaining. If you have three people that are very similar, it just turns into a circle jerk. I didn't realise we were this different, and I didn't realise the arguments and discussions would be about whether poo is funny or not.
Well, it's not here. All you're gonna get here is pee pee poo poo. That's great.
Thank you.
We have a lot of laughs here at Krakpots.
No, you have a lot of
But
laughs.
seriously,
I just
we
sit
do
in the
take
corner.
pee-pee and poo-poo very seriously here. We do like to joke about it, but you have to understand, audience, pee-pee and poo-poo is sometimes not very funny. If you ever need to go pee-pee or poo-poo, you need to take care of that right away. It's not a joke, people. The more you know.
Also, make sure to wipe. All right.
Yes.
A lot of bacteria is going to build up in that little sliver of a clever you got there. If you don't wipe well, it's very important that you do that.
Exactly.
Poop jokes aren't funny. End of story.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the whole disclaimer was.
It's what we just said.
We're just telling them it's not funny. You need to take it seriously.
Oh, so what? 2 minutes ago, when you were both shitting yourselves laughing, that was just what? For memes, was it?
Listen,
What are you
it's
talking
okay
about?
to laugh at things, but at a certain point, you do have to take it seriously.
Do we want to do some questions now, or has someone else got something they want to talk about? Oh, actually, I've got one topic I'd like to bring up quickly, just before we do the questions.
Yeah.
And this came up in the group chat today, shortly after this porn image was shared about. But Jamie, our podcast Jamie, who has never been in an episode since she became the podcast Jamie, I just want to remind everyone again, she's not in this episode, she hasn't been in a single episode since. But maybe
we should get a second Jamie.
We might have to get a second Jamie at this point, or just give up, as I've been arguing for the past few months. Don't bother at all. But basically,
Hear me out. If we had a Jamie that did the work, imagine if we were talking about something like the Texas thing, and then we could just make sure we're talking about the right thing, and we could have somebody who could unmute their mic and just like quickly explain it to us and the audience with the correct information.
I mean, personally, I don't think I need it, but fair enough. We can try again if you really want, Phantom. You are quite adamant on this. The point is, our current Jamie, who again has not been in a single episode. Shortly after this porn episode was shared into the Krakpot podcast channel, she claimed that she'd been manifesting this for a while, and I'd just like to very quickly point out that the idea of manifesting things is a load of fucking shit. It's an absolute scam. It's a waste of time, and in many ways, it's genuinely quite harmful. It can fuck off.
What?
Explain. What is
the
that
definition?
exactly?
Right.
What is that? Yeah.
So manifesting, it's been around for a while, since like the 60s even. In it's very popular in self-help books. And basically,
is it not just collecting a list of things?
No, basically the whole idea of manifesting boils down to if you wish for something hard enough, it'll happen. That's that.
Oh fuck, that kind of manifestation.
Yeah.
Oh.
So basically, like the whole idea is well, it can be quite damaging as well, I argue. It can generally pull you into quite a self-destructive spiral. And I'll explain that a bit later. But as a very broad example, you want a new car. You want a new Tesla, just like Woz Count. And so basically, you wish for that Tesla. You start wishing for it, and you start imagining how happy it will make you. And the whole manifesting
I want to
meme,
be just like Woz. Give me the Tesla.
basically what it tries to say is like the whole idea of the manifesting thing basically is you're like a magnet. You attract what you put out there. So if you wish for this car enough, and if you imagine being happy about this car enough, then the car will come to you, which is bollocks. If you want a new car,
Wish I have friends.
well,
Actually, you're wrong. You're wrong, Moo. You're wrong. On my Tesla, I have a thing called Summon. And let's say I'm going to Walmart and I don't want to walk all the way to my car. I can click Summon and it'll park in front of me. Put all the.
It'll
bags in
just
and
drive
take
through
the
your
drive.
house and pick you up like on your couch.
Point is,
Yeah.
it's a load of bollocks. You can't just wish for things and expect them to turn up. It's some of the most childish crap.
Yeah, just download the Tesla app and it'll drive to you.
Well, I agree with that, Moo. That manifestation is really fucking stupid. I originally thought she was talking like a ship manifest. I was like, what the fuck is she making lists of?
No. It's like,
But so are you sure she didn't mean like making a manifest?
well, I don't know.
Of,
Maybe
like a catalog of porn?
Maybe she did, but like manifesting as like it's like I said, it's been around in self-help books for fucking ages.
Yeah, that shit's stupid.
But like it's recently started re-emerging on the internet. I've been debating making a video about it for a while because I've noticed, particularly on TikTok, people have started making manifesting tips. How I manifest. I've got a little book, and I write down all the things that I want and all the things I'm grateful for. And I sit and I basically meditate like some sort of self-wannabe Buddha for 30 minutes a day. And
Like Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z.
Well, it's a scam. It's the whole thing. It's like, it always comes back to the same thing. Like, I did a video on pickup artists about a month ago, and they always say, I'll teach you one epic technique or one line to get any woman you want. And it's exactly the same thing with this manifesting stuff. It's basically like, I'll teach you exactly what to do to manifest whatever you want. It worked for me. I got this. And all you have to do to get it is to buy my fucking book or give me money. And of course it never works. That's why it's a scam. But yeah, there we go. I think it's a load of shite, and I just want that put on record.
I used to do the opposite of that. When I was a kid, let's say I was going to do a test, I would scare myself. Like, in my mind, I'd say, okay, if I don't pass this, my fucking dog's going to die. So I'd push myself to try hard on the test so my dog doesn't die. And
I
it
used
worked.
to do that with sports. I used to do that with swimming. I'd be like, if I don't fucking get there before this other guy, dude, my entire she's going to explode right there in the bleachers. The bleachers are going to explode. Bane comes out and goes, you wish to be the fastest swimmer.
It's like that's sort of stupid as well. But again, you were doing it as children. There are people in their 20s and 30s still trying to manifest
I was
things.
like 26.
I was like yesterday.
You know what I mean? It's like 20-year-olds.
My dog died today.
Okay.
We just gonna blow over that?
That got me. I'll give you that.
Let's
got
go.
me. Well done, you made me laugh. Better than a fucking poop joke. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But no.
Holy shit, dude.
You're laughing! Who's laughing?
I was laughing at the dog joke. I thought the dog dying joke was quite funny. But I've got a twisted sense of humour, so there we go.
Imagine hearing that out of context, dude. I thought your dog dying was hilarious.
That was the only thing I found funny.
The only thing I found amusing about this social engagement was the fact that your dog died slowly.
Tally-ho! Takes off top hat.
Oh, dear.
Good day to you, sir.
Go fuck yourself. Gets on the, one big wheel cycle.
Falls and dies. Dude, he's the one main income for the family, so the whole family just fucks up. The wife has to get a job.
I can't understand what he's saying.
What the fuck did you even just say?
I'm glad that was me. I just can't understand what he's saying.
That was inaudible. That was incoherent. What the fuck?
Do you have like an aneurysm? What the fuck?
You sounded like you were just scatting.
The main income, because the guy died from falling off a bike, the main income from the family's over. So the kid had to be taken away because the wife couldn't sustain the family.
What the fuck?
Bro.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so not so long ago, maybe like 2 podcasts ago, my power went out. And I was able to record the podcast on my phone, like with a good microphone and everything. But the one time I have minimal Wi-Fi is the one time like 1 billion people in the Discord want to listen in. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember that. Yeah.
So the one time my Wi-Fi is like dying a little bit. So one time
I was in such a bad mood that day as well. That was so fucking weird that day. Because like,
sorry.
no, it wasn't your fault. It wasn't either your fault. But basically,
know,
like, we were like, okay, we'll record at the podcast this time, and I joined, and it was like, oh, Woz Count might not be able to record, yada yada. And I was like, okay, fair enough. It wasn't like you were just pissing about. You had a legitimate reason. So I was like, fair enough, but we'll wait it out. So we waited for about half an hour just to see whether Woz could record or not. And for the whole of that time, there were like 10 people in the call just listening in, and most of them were just spamming soundboards, sound clips of people saying shit.
Oh fuck, I remember.
I now remember.
Or like
that.
they just kept like someone kept spamming like an ear raped clip of someone screaming, and loads of people kept spamming fart sound noise and just shit like that.
And the bruh.
Yeah, exactly. And like some people found it funny at first, fair enough. But like after 20 minutes of it, it's just not, and yet somehow they were all still giggling, and it's like, just please die in a fire.
Oh, I know what you mean. I also love burning people in the fire.
Oh, well.
And you know who my favorite group of people are to throw into the fire?
Oh no.
My own viewers, not the Jews. You thought I was gonna say the Jews.
I don't know how we got from manifesting, but yeah, there we go. Well done, we've done it again, boys. We've completely derailed. Manifesting bad, very self-destructive. very bad behavior. Don't do it. It's genuinely bad for you. Stop
And
it.
don't forget to wipe. That's also a lesson from this podcast.
Remember to wipe your ass and don't do manifesting because it's genuinely bad for you. It's genuinely self-destructive behavior.
Genuinely pee-pee poo-poo moment.
It's
you know.
But you know what?
Genital warts.
Well, you can talk about genital warts, and I'll explain why.
In safe sex.
All of the manifesting people will basically tell you that if you don't get what you want, it's your fault because you didn't believe hard enough. If you doubt the process in any way at all, even a slight, tiny bit, it won't work. And of course, it's not going to work anyway.
That sounds like a cult.
Well, exactly. It's the same thing with religion in the Middle Ages. It's your fault. Beat yourself up. You're a sinner, etc., etc. It's exactly the same thing here again. It's like if it doesn't work, it's your fault. You doubted the process, and of course you want to doubt the fucking process because every part of your rational mind screams, "Well, this isn't possible. You can't wish for things. This is the real world." But if you even have those thoughts, or if you question it in any way, subconsciously or otherwise, it doesn't work. So when you inevitably don't get what you manifested for. It's not the self-help book's fault. It's not the author's fault. It's not the person on TikTok that told you how to do it's fault. It's your fault. You're a piece of shit. There we go. Anyway,
and yeah,
that's
safe sex. Guys.
That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to put it on. I don't know. It just annoyed me. The manifesting stuff's annoyed me. Podcast is a great place to ramble about it. I'm not sure if I can make a video about it because there's almost too little to talk about, but podcast is great because I can ramble about this. Just wanted that off my chest.
Well, maybe if you manifested a video topic,
maybe. There we
good.
go. There we go. I should manifest shitty reasons for why manifesting sucks.
Make that the entire video. You're like, I'm going to try to manifesting this video and the process for this video because I have genuinely no fucking clue what I'm going to do with this topic.
That's quite a meta idea. I might just record a 10-minute clip of me just sitting on the floor trying to manifest a video and just at the end, nope, hasn't worked, sorry.
You could even do a little experiment. So, questions, right?
Yeah, we should probably move on to questions now. We've completely lost structure.
We got a lot of them.
Have we?
They want them answered. We gotta go through it. Let's do this.
Fuck. Shit.
Influential mollusk. What the fuck are these questions?
I was just reading that too. I was like, what the fuck is he trying to say?
These questions. They get worse every week. Everything about this podcast gets worse every week. It's actually fucking appalling.
What are you talking about?
Well, the pee-pee poo-poo jokes get worse. The questions get worse. The general structure and flow of the podcast gets worse. It's just a downward spiral. It's just fucking appalling.
I think this is a question, but it's only 2 words. George DLR. By the way, if you want to leave a question yourself, viewer, all you need to do is join my Discord in the description, and we have a channel specially just for questions for the podcast, and this is where we read them.
The link in the description is a direct link to the questions for podcast channel as well.
There you go.
All right, questions.
Yeah, George DLR. Sorry, I had a brain fart a second ago. George DLR says streaming services, and there's no question mark, but I believe that is supposed to ask us what streaming services do we watch?
As in like Netflix and things like that.
Yeah. What do you guys use?
None.
I use Hulu a lot. I like watching Archer and Attack on Titan as soon as it comes out. Honestly, I thought this guy was talking about where our podcast services are at, like Spotify.
Oh, well, it's just on YouTube.
He very well could have.
If he's asking that, we're just
if
on
that's
YouTube.
what you're asking, I would say for now, just YouTube.
We could do Spotify, though.
If we get good.
I have a friend that started a podcast recently, and he's put it on Spotify as well, and apparently it's quite easy. It's quite easy to do, apparently. And I'm looking to get my music on podcast.
Yeah.
I'm looking to get my music on Spotify as well at some point, but apparently music is a bit harder than just a podcast. But apparently putting a podcast on Spotify is very, very easy. So we could try that. But at the moment we're only on YouTube. Yeah. And to answer the other alternative to the question, I don't have any streaming services. I don't use any of them. Closest thing I have to a streaming service is Movie 123, which I occasionally...
Well, actually, I have the bundle where you get Disney Plus, ESPN, Hulu.
Oh, I have that.
Yeah. I don't know if there's another one, but you get those. And I like that. That's pretty epic.
I have like every single one.
Yeah,
I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, you are.
I have HBO Max too. I got them all.
Actually, what is on HBO? I don't know any.
So much shit, dude. There's so much good shit on HBO, especially good movies, like new movies that come out. It's really good.
I'll check it out because I have HBO and I don't watch anything.
Yeah, check it out. Go through the list. You'll be surprised. They got a lot of shit on there.
What does mollusk mean?
It's a type of...
That's what we asked earlier.
Hey Siri, what does mollusk mean?
Well, a mollusk is like... It's like a form of snail. It's like a form of snail, I suppose, like an aquatic sort of snail.
And octopuses. They have a soft, unsegmented body and live in aquatic.
You just
or
put
damp
Alexa
habitats.
on the podcast.
most
You
kites
piece of
have
shit. I was
external
explaining
calculated
that.
shell.
I know what a mollusk is, you cunt.
I think octopuses are fire. They have 8 legs and they fucking shoot ink.
How is this?
I'm
No,
talking.
you're wrong.
They shoot
How how is this snail? How is
kidding,
this snail
bro.
an
I'm just
octopus, you
kidding.
moron?
Let's hear it again. Hey Siri, what is a
No,
mollusk?
we don't. No, don't put it on again.
Hey, Siri.
Come on, let's just. No, shut up.
What is a
Shut up.
mollusk?
For God's sake.
Mollusca is the second largest phylum of invertebrate animals after the arthropoda.
Yep.
Do you want me to keep?
See,
Did you just backhand her?
octopus is a mollusk, and I would probably say octopus because octopuses are fucking fire. They can fucking. Kill
Okay, here's a
shark
good
if they
question,
really
actually.
wanted
I've just
to.
noticed this. Question from Phoebes. When will Woz Count get a life? In all
I'm a
capitals?
robot. I don't have
Frankly,
a
Phoebes, I agree.
I'm a robot. I don't have like a soul.
I don't have a life. Woz Count 2021. Finally, we get
Well,
I don't.
we get a proper
I
answer
literally
to that.
cannot be living. It is
technically,
also,
it's true if he's a robot. So you can have sex with him as many times as you want, and it's not gay. Hey guys, look, Creamy
Oh.
asked a question. He said, why are there so many attracted to cartoon children? Oh.
Let's not answer that one.
That is a problem that we don't know how to solve. It affects many, many people of this world. But yeah. Why did my dad leave? Oh. Okay.
Fuck.
Favorite song or what's your hype song by our Jamie, who again is really bad at her job. Favorite song or what's your hype song?
Daft Punk, Get Lucky. Daft Punk
Okay.
remix.
Remix of Daft Punk by Daft Punk. Okay, very good.
Yeah, they sometimes remix their own songs, and they remixed Get Lucky to more robotic, and I loved it. That was fire.
Okay. Well, it's fine to remix your own songs. It's more common than you think. I'm trying to think of. Oh God, so many songs to choose from.
I know. I have a really, really dumb, stupid answer, but I cannot lie.
Well, you go first. You go first. I'm still thinking.
Have you guys ever seen My Hero Academia?
No, I haven't.
It's one of the show's main themes, and I don't know. I just love it. It's so good.
Oh wait, can I change my answer, or can I add to it? I'd say if a close second, that's almost like with one, like number one most. Attack on Titan season 4 opening, and that's fire.
Off the top of my head, just as songs I really, really like, I can't think of a favorite, but songs I really like and constantly get me moving. Rats by Ghost, Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses, and
I like that
pretty
one.
much anything by Children of Bodom, because they're just fucking nuts. But there you go.
Oh, Jamie has a question. Jamie's asking, what's your favorite time to pee?
Whenever I want to, I just let it out. Like during the podcast, I was drinking water before, and right now I'm just soaked.
There is no finer piss than after you've had a couple of pints of beer. You're in the pub, you've had a couple of drinks, and you need a pee, and it just that's the most satisfying time to have a piss after a couple of pints of beer. There you go.
That's a pretty fucking good answer, dude. You're completely right. When you break the seal for the first time of the night,
exactly.
breaking the seal, oh god, it feels good.
The brilliant thing is the seal reseals itself. Like within
Not for
an
me. I
hour.
gotta pee
You're
after
ready.
every beer after that.
Well, exactly. Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. Either way, it's just like, mwah, it's.
Wait,
it's
what's
peak.
resealing for you when you pee, Moo? What the fuck?
What?
Well, it's like after another couple of beers, I need to pee again, and that pee is just as satisfying. As
Oh,
having
okay.
another first.
I thought you meant like your dick was like a transformer.
No, I
it's like
I
resealing.
stitch my cock up. Yeah, I stitch my cock up. I sew up.
Now closing exhaust. Oh my god, I love this question. Can I ask this one?
No,
Yeah, go for it.
move on.
What's the first thing you notice about yourself when you look into the mirror? Besides Moo, loving the Megamind cosplay doll.
Probably the size of my stupendous forehead is probably. What
Well,
I
they said
noticed.
besides you, so I don't know why you answered. But yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
I'm
Go
just
fuck
kidding. I'm
yourself
just
then.
kidding. It's okay.
Who asked the question?
Ven. I think the first thing I notice when I look in the mirror is my hair. I'm very like my hair has to be a certain way all the time, and it also has to go good with my beard, which I might cut my beard soon.
You know, what you said is actually a pretty good answer. Like, the first thing I notice when I look in the mirror is the amount of shame and guilt on my face, first of all, for the life I've lived thus far. I can see each and every single one of my victims each time I look in the mirror. It's fucking terrifying. Moo, what about you?
About the same, but I don't feel any shame. I sort of smile and remember to myself as they scream for mercy. It's like, you know, it's quite endearing to me. Answer my question, bitch. Phoebes has just put. What fucking question? Be more specific, woman. Sorry. Oops. Guess it's not being answered. Get fucked. I'm just scrolling through this trying to look for questions, and like most of it is just people arguing or spouting memes or putting pictures of people that look like us. Or just being general.
Wait, I
brainless,
think.
like,
Wait, here's her question.
doing?
Phoebes' question. Would you ever have a dream that you could do so much you could do anything? Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to say yeah.
I sometimes do have a dream that you want.
If you happen to be listening to this podcast, Phoebes, and I hope you are, I'd just like to point out that was a shit question. Really shit question. Oh wait, hold on. She's in the fucking call. Oh fuck. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's not very good, is it? Well, it's
He
still
just
a
had
shit
the
question,
Metal
go
Gear
fuck
Solid
yourself.
noise just come up above his head. Dun!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still a shit question though. Fuck off.
Yeah, I do.
Why does
sometimes
Moo
do
only
that.
resort to violence? What are some coping mechanisms for anger issues? I don't resort to violence. I'm actually a pacifist. Theoretically. I mean, I'm like 90% a pacifist.
But what about the other half? What do you do to cope with your mannerisms for anger?
Well, I don't particularly get angry. I get grumpy quite a lot. But sometimes I just get grumpy for a meme because people find it funny. For any kind of coping with anger or sadness or grief, I would recommend Stoic Principles. I took them on a few years ago, and I've genuinely become a better, happier person as a result. There you go. Some actual self-help for you. Fuck all the books, fuck all the manifesting stuff. I would recommend looking into Stoic Principles. And if you want a good book to get you started on Stoic Principles, it's called Happy by Darren Brown.
Yeah.
It teaches you Stoic principles, and it puts them in a modern context so you can actually understand them and use them in real-life situations. But that's my advice. There you go.
Well, there's a lot of benefits through like Greek philosophy. Like, there's a lot of good like kind of ideals you can adopt. It's kind of amazing what they've come up with back then.
Yeah.
But then again, when you think about it, they probably didn't have any distractions, and they're probably bored as shit just thinking of philosophy. Like, just doing that with their spare time. Which, don't get me wrong, philosophy is fun to think
Yeah.
about, but still, like, they didn't like have Discord or have a podcast.
Yeah.
Basically, if the PlayStation had existed in ancient Greek times, we'd have got nothing fucking done.
Mm-hmm. We wouldn't have any kind of philosophy. We wouldn't have Stoicism. We wouldn't have the
Yeah.
teachings of Diogenes. We wouldn't have anything like that. That'd be rough,
I love that you can say Diogenes perfectly, but
Yeah.
earlier in the podcast you were focusing, you were like really struggling to say like a basic sentence. What
I was
it?
trying to
Spread
say
it.
spread it when he spread it everywhere.
Yeah, you couldn't say spread it everywhere. It took you like 5 attempts earlier in the podcast, but you just casually threw out Greek words
Yeah.
perfectly fine without any stuttering.
I kept saying spread it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
aluminium, right?
Aluminium.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Aluminum. I'm sorry, it's aluminum. I can't get with you that on
We're not getting into this again. We did this. Fuck off. You're wrong. We've been through this.
A-L-U, that's the U, and then
Aluminium.
no.
Aluminium. There's a U there.
Aluminum.
You're correct.
The loo.
No,
it's
you're
like, it's like
No,
loo.
Yeah.
Like
you just said it yourself. You go. You just said it yourself.
Yeah.
You go al, then you. So aluminium.
Aluminium.
Yeah.
Aluminium. Aluminium. We're not doing this again. We've already done this on the podcast. Why do you keep bringing this up? Even in private conversations, you just start spamming me with the word aluminium. It's bullshit. Just stop. You're wrong. Fuck off.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude! Oh, do we have any more good questions?
I don't know, but people have started screaming random words and laughing, so that usually signals the end of the podcast.
We're getting there, but hold on. Wait. Gusty has a question. Gusty, I love you, buddy. Which would you rather... Oh, fuck. Which would you rather write left to the left of the middle or left right to the middle of the center?
Yeah.
Can we find one decent question to finish on, genuinely? And would you just stop saying yes to everything?
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Fuck
let's
off.
see here. Is Frank Woods really an onion?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, he's not.
This is the
No,
worst
I'm sorry.
weak question
This was
we've
asked
ever
by
had.
how do I say this? Marcano. Is it Marcano? Is it
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Marcano
Yeah.
Productions.
Yeah.
Thank you, by the way. Is Frank Woods really an onion? Now, in the new game, Black Ops Cold War, Frank Woods claims that he's a fucking onion mason and he's got layers. And I have to disagree. That's not the original voice actor. I don't think Frank Woods would say anything like that. I don't think he's Shrek. He's definitely not. I don't think he's an onion. I think it's bullshit. How do you feel about this, Moo?
What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're fucking
Don't you know Frank Woods from Black Ops? The original Black Ops?
No. I don't remember any of the names.
He's the guy who killed himself but didn't, with a grenade,
right.
jumped out of a window pushing somebody.
Spoilers.
Spoiler warning for a 10-year-old game.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure Frank Woods is not an onion. I don't particularly care. I'm frankly just done with existence.
Yes.
The idea of having to edit this genuinely torments me.
Ooh, Keith asked, Asian food or Western food?
Oh, well, I mean, can I not just say food in general? Food's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, but if you had to choose...
I'd probably have to go for Asian food then. Or I don't know.
Really?
No,
I'm not going to lie, I'm going with Western.
Fuck.
No, actually, I think I might have
what
to go
does
with
European
Western after all,
count? Is that Western or Asian?
No, see, that's the thing. I'd have to go with Western then because you've got European and American food.
Because I
don't
love
care for
Italian
American
food.
at all,
I love it so much.
Well, I was about to say Italian food, French food, German food. The only thing I would genuinely miss is Chinese. Chinese is proper good. I really miss China. And maybe sushi as well. But I'd have to go for Western food overall on second glance. Sorry about that.
I have one more question, and it's from Phoebes. And it's, would you rather be a super god, but like it takes away 10 years of your life, or be average and not so god and just live regularly?
I'd take superpowers. And I'd have one of my superpowers be live for longer. There you go.
Yeah, because it doesn't
fucked.
say 10 years off of your current life, your average life. It's more like 10 years off your life. So, like, you could live for a long time. Who knows?
Exactly. One of my powers is I live for longer than usual. So I take 10 years off and
but what would you
lifespan
want
and
your
still
power
live
to
for
be?
2 centuries.
What would your powers want to be?
You'd be a super god. You'd be able to do
Oh.
anything.
I would have the only power I would have the ability to stop time.
Yeah.
Ooh, you cannot
I
have
would-
immortality. But stopping time,
Well, no,
that's
I
a good
wouldn't-
one.
I wouldn't have immortality. I'd have stopping time, and I'd become the world's greatest magician. I'd never have to revise for an exam again. I could just pause time and just look at my fucking books or check my phone. I'd never have to do anything again.
Holy shit.
I'd never have to worry about anything. I'd never have to revise for anything. Job interviews would be easy. Everything would be fucking easy. If I was bored or wanted to get out of somewhere, I'm gone. I wouldn't have to, I could sneak onto buses and planes. I wouldn't have to buy tickets. I could walk places and get, it would take me 2 hours to walk there, and I wouldn't waste any time. I'd just be there straight away, things like that.
Okay, so you're British. Of course you would choose the time thing, Mr. Dr. Moo.
I'm just saying.
I get it.
Phoebes came up with that. It wasn't me. It was Phoebes. But still, Dr. Moo. That's pretty funny.
Well, Phoebes is obsessed with the fact that I look like David Tennant, and I look
You
like
actually
David Tennant
do,
if
though.
You made all the,
You do.
I look like David Tennant if you made all the wrong life choices. I look like a very fucked up.
You look like
David
Drake.
Tennant.
Oh,
Fuck off.
you're right. I could see
What
Drake.
would-
Yeah, you can see it.
What would your superpowers be? Come on, what would your superpowers be?
I would be a god. I would do anything. I would stop time.
I'm
I would
afraid to be a
create
god.
things from. I'd create my own realities. To be honest,
have a
I would
question.
literally just be the master of the multiverse.
I have a question about being an all-being god. If you're an
Right.
all-being god, like you have every power, do you know all the, everything about the universe?
Oh shit.
Because I feel like if I knew about the universe, like if I knew everything about the universe, and I found out there is life on outside, the universe,
What the fuck
Of the
are you on
universe
about?
or outside of like.
our
Or-
We're
our
not gonna have
galaxy,
another
right?
triangles moment here, are we?
Okay.
I feel like knowing too much is gonna clash your mind. Like imagine knowing everything.
You can know everything, but you can focus on one thing while you still know other things.
I think still having questions is an important thing. I would agree with Woz on that one. I think if you know everything, then life just gets a bit boring and menial. You've got to have something to keep you going.
Don't you want to learn though?
Well, of course I do, but there should always be more to learn. Once you've learned everything, what's the point?
Well, let's say you're the Christian God that watches over everyone and knows everything, right? I'm not religious, by the way. I'm just
The
using
one
this
that hates
example.
women?
Yeah,
Okay.
your mind will live through every single bad thing that's happened in the world from
That sucks.
the past to the future. I don't know. Do you get what I'm trying to say though? Like you will feel every pain that's happened, and you're gonna remember it.
Oh shit.
Oh, I see. Well, no, the Christian God, he doesn't feel everything, but he knows
Yeah,
everything.
but, like,
he's
let's-
omniscient, he's omnipresent. He can read people's minds, so he knows everything, and he knows what everyone's doing, but he doesn't actually feel
But
their
he made
physical
everyone in the like whatever it's called, the Bible or whatever. That
Book
he
of
made
Genesis,
everyone.
The Book of Genesis.
So this is like your kid. You made these people, and you're saying what they had to go through in their life.
Well, how good is heaven then in that context?
I don't know how heaven would be. I feel like
Heaven has never been. Well, hell has always been very, very described in great detail because you need to keep people in line. You need to scare them into submission. So they've always described. But with heaven, it's never described. The only thing that's been described is you get to laugh at the sinners in hell. That's the only thing that's ever been described, which sounds quite boring.
Hell makes no sense to me, like the concept. Like, I understand why they would try and use it to scare people, but, like, if we brought this to reality and, like, real logic and, like, how a god would actually, like, do shit, dude, isn't torturing people for, like, an eternity, like, a waste of fucking time? Wouldn't you rather just kind of, like, dump them into non-existence or at least create a place where they're being rehabilitated? You know?
Earlier religions did just have the idea that you go to hell for a period and you serve your time there, 1 human year.
I don't think that's how. I don't think that's how hell and heaven work.
I don't think they work at all. They're not real.
If hell's real, I feel like it's gonna be like you're coming back as a worse life. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like you'll come back as a fucking Jew or something, right? Like in the past, like how,
Oh, yeah, that would suck.
yeah, I feel like that's what heaven and hell is. Like I always wanted to be a music producer or like a film director. And let's say, who knows if this is my heaven? Maybe I'll become that.
You've gone way too generic with it now. You lost me.
I think I understand what you mean. What you mean is like the idea of reincarnation. If you're good in life, you're reincarnated into a better life where you get whatever you've always wanted. And if you're bad in life, you're reincarnated into a worse life where you do even worse. Is what you're saying, basically. Yeah. Okay. That's fair enough.
Scary.
I personally think that when we die, nothing happens. That isn't a reason to be immoral. Morality is far more important than religion, and morality predates religion. People were still moral and helping each other, and sharing and caring and looking after each other long before religion existed, and long before there was the incentive to do as we were told and be good, or you're going to go to the horrible place. I think morality is far more complex than religion. But I don't think religion exists. I think when we die, nothing happens. And I think that's a good thing.
And that's when the Jews came into the picture and ruined
The
everything.
amount of Jew jokes you've made this episode, we found. I fucking hate you for this. I fucking hate you for this.
It's like
The
I
amount-
subtly actually have something against Jews or something.
But it's not even that. It's just like the amount of shit I'm gonna have to scrutinize and go through this and look for all your fucking Jew comments and take out all the horrible
I
ones.
think this will be a good episode.
I think you can put some of the Jew stuff in there.
Yeah, I put some of them in, but I think this will be a good episode. I agree. Once it's been, ridiculously edited. I'm not editing this tonight. Fuck that. I'm doing this tomorrow now.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I can't believe we made it to this point. Toward the end, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening. And don't forget, if you yourself want to ask a question, click the link in the description to get to the questions channel on the Discord.
If you want to ask us a question, we'll ignore it and go off rambling about religion for 10 minutes.
Exactly. And if you are going to ask us a question, it better be fucking good. Anyway, we love you, except for some of you. But, that's okay. This is us signing off. Thank you for joining us, guys. Thank you very
I
much.
appreciate it. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was a fucking train wreck, wasn't it?
Post podcast.
Podcast!
What is up, boys? It's your boy, Woz Count.
Here we go. I've been waiting for this moment. I've been waiting for this moment. The post podcast. I love the post podcast. I live for the post podcast.
Friend of the show.
This is the only reason I do the post podcast. It's not for you guys. I don't do this podcast for all of you. I fucking hate all of you. I just do it for this moment of the post podcast when I get to yell out my frustrations because I'm sexually frustrated all the time. Yeah.